9:30 and not back by, yeah, that's really long. So for us old ladies.
Okay, because usually everything I've gone to has been like that. So, all right, that's fine. So to not do the evening thing, you think?
I like the evening thing.
Yeah.
I have fun.
I tried
Yeah,
to.
I don't have a problem with the evening things. It's just that there was no break. So like for me, if we had hotel rooms there, that would have been nice to like just,
Right.
because I need time to process, to just like not do anything, and to like be horizontal, be able to go meditate, and that wasn't there. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so tired this week, because I didn't have any of that downtime. There was no downtime.
Yeah, and that's kind of why ideally I did it there, because I knew that the hotel rooms were there. But just make sure people know that those rooms go fast. If I do it there, it's going to be a lot more expensive at the end of June. That I know. So
the other thing was we didn't get any protein at the beginning of the day, so it was like a lot of bread at our B&B. That's all she gave us. Eve insisted that she make us eggs Sunday, so we got that, which was great. But for somebody who's gluten intolerant, it was like fruit. Well, and then that's not helpful for my sugar levels. So that was very difficult.
Yeah, and generally, I know that these 3-day events, no meals are actually included.
Right.
So nothing's ever included in these things. So
exactly.
But actually, lots of times they include lunch. Maybe
What?
Maybe lunch would be a better
like
thing to include instead of breakfast.
Yeah, that might be something like that. Or like if I do it there again, I would just get the coffee. I would just get the the drinks.
Yeah.
And
Well, do they have vegetables there? Because instead of having half of that bread, it could be replaced with, the carrots and mushrooms and things like that.
Yeah, well, but not for that price.
Yeah, right.
I see what you're saying.
that was a per person thing. That was so but there's no reason why I could that's what I would just do, is just get the beverages and
yeah. You can always bring in something if you want something else for people.
Well, if I do, or else like in most places everybody's on their own.
Yeah.
This is the first event I've ever, well, except for the events that I run, but it's the first, generally there's no meals included.
Right.
So I was just trying to do something nice by having something there. But,
thank you.
Oh, and that was very nice. We just found out what you and all of us found out what they mean by breakfast.
Exactly.
Yeah, usually it's continental, so it's not anything but.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed what we were eating. What I chose to eat from all of that. And I really like the idea of having some of our own time, because each of us has our own lives and wants to catch up with someone, at the end of the day, or have our own time to catch up for ourselves. And I like the idea of perhaps our going out to lunch together instead. Also, because the prices would probably be lower at lunchtime, and then we could get more protein for our meal rather than the happy hour special. Although I did love experiencing the happy hour for what it is. And of course, I loved experiencing Long Island pizza. And these were all nice things. But dinner optional is a nice idea, so that we have an out if we need it.
That's a good idea. Right.
And these are just little things. I mean, I love what you planned for us. It was all wonderful. Now we're just tweaking the schedule a little bit so that we have some me time too.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference when you're not staying at the actual venue.
Yeah, but I was only 18 minutes away from the venue, and I did stay there one night, and I would still like about an hour and a half to myself at least, before going to bed.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. Well, again, everyone get on my calendar. Tanya, we spoke yesterday, but definitely next thing is we're gonna talk and hone and everything and go from there. And I thank you. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome having you here. So awesome. And Jill and Elizabeth, I had so much fun Monday.
Yes, it was awesome. The whole experience to me, because of that extra day, was so integrating for us. And maybe, that we didn't rush off. We got to stay in the ambiance. And, I think the first day when people have various levels of sleep, like my first day, I'd had 2 short sleep nights before. I wouldn't want it a full day. Possibly the second day, if we have advanced planning and kind of psychologically prepare what the layout will be from the day before, it might help us to pace ourselves. Maybe that's the day to have a slightly longer lunch break so people can siesta if they want to, or whatever they want to do with that lunchtime, and then reconvene at night. Depending on the flow, it's your judgment when the game should be played. Sometimes it's nice to bond with people before we start a game because there's
Right.
a little more integration of the subtler brain functions that we all share and emotions. I can tell you how therapeutic it was to laugh heartily.
Yeah.
I hadn't laughed heartily for a while and had that opportunity because I live by myself. Sometimes my cat gets me to do that. But so I think that each night shouldn't be long, but one night could be. And then, yeah.
Yeah, leverage is long, and that's the whole thing. That you need a good 2 to 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would have to, yeah. We'd have to have maybe a longer lunch and then go right into it as not stop for dinner until it's 7 p.m. or something, and head off for pizza or something. But you'll find your rhythm.
Yeah.
Possibly a few hard-boiled eggs would have answered the need for the protein in the morning.
Yeah.
As long as the room got aired, would have been pretty sulfury. But there's simple ways. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You'll figure it out.
and I think the ideal thing it would be just to have the beverages available, which venues don't even have beverages available either. It's like you're
Sure.
completely on your own for everything.
Well, when you have a larger group, it won't be the intimacy we had was superlative, nourishing, and unique, because it's not the model you're actually going to be creating. We were the seeds for the energy of the greater group. But once you have a greater group, there won't be that same cohesive, we aren't all going to fit into that pizza booth,
Yeah.
So it'll be a different dynamic. And so I cherish what we experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to happen again the same way. It can't be. We're all moving on and expanding. So yeah, it was really special. We had those intimate times, and for me, who never goes out at night, it was really what makes vacation. To be out with ladies and conversing and good food and all that. It was very special for me. It was very unique to my life.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you.
All right, great. Well, that is really all. I just want to make sure that you're doing something with what you're taking away and integrating and everything else and keeping the momentum going. So our next phone call again is so that we can keep that momentum going.
When will that be?
You're going to get on my calendar. You're going to tell me?
Oh, okay. Our personal call. Okay, not a group call, personal call, yes.
Yes.
And then we initiate that time.
Yes, absolutely. I'll put the link in this. I'll put the link in the Facebook messaging group. I'll put the link also in the Facebook group itself.
I was going to ask about that. Okay, great.
All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies. It was it was really wonderful. I'm exhausted myself.
Not surprised.
I'm still exhausted.
Well, I have one more thing. You know how when we put our attention on things and intention, how little connections happen. Like if it's not the Lighthouse Medium, it's Lighthouse Medium at Gmail, that one. And then a physician that I help train, I'm on her Facebook link. She showed a program that's from a kind of a more higher consciousness entrepreneurial group in San Francisco. And she's linked to them, and she's getting some funding, and it's a program in Indonesia where they've saved 60,000 trees in a year and a half by rebuying a power saw from different people who can make money with that money and start having a fishing business or something else. And so it shows the power of entrepreneurial vision when one links together internationally, how people can really change the planet.
Right.
So I thought that was an interesting and inspiring link.
And that's what we're all up to. All
There
of
you
us.
go. What business can do.
That's right. So it's
We
good.
can flip what the Koch brothers are doing. We can flip it.
We can. And there's more of us. I always, to me, that's a really good point, because you know what? It's like the movie A Bug's Life. Did you ever see that movie?
So long ago.
Oh my gosh. It's like, this is what it is. And I feel that that's what we're coming through. And finally, at the end, you know, the ants say, screw the grasshoppers. We can outsmart them. And they did. And then they took their world back. And I think that's what we're seeing now. Also coupled with Malcolm Gladwell, I don't know if it's called The Tipping Point. I don't know. I love his book.
The Tipping Point.
That book is a really great book, and it's like the 100th monkey.
Yeah.
Right? It's like once we get to that point, then we're in charge. And then that's the way it's going to be. And it's truly my belief that the reason why all this nonsense is going on right now, it's like their last hurrah, and they're like pulling out all the stops. And they got to do what they got to do. So for us, we need to stay strong, be strong, and continue on and forge our mission, and we'll keep linking up. And we will be like the grid. It's going to be the human grid of us all holding hands in all different ways, and that's the vision that I hold. And it's my intention, it's my mission, it's my desire to definitely be a catalyst to help make that happen as fast as possible. So thank you. I truly love you all, and I will be speaking to you soon, and we will go from there. Have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you all.
Bye.
Blessings to all.
Good to see you all.
Bye.
Namaste.
Say goodbye. All right, now I'm doing it really now. Goodbye.
Bye. I love you.